Hey guys, it's Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday, April 24th, 2025. I was looking at the calendar and I'm coming on here with another yarn yakking video for you for April. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot. You'll see that in this video. And I make stitch markers along with other items. You can find those items in my Etsy shop. Everything that I talk about will be linked down below in the description box, so go and check that out. If you could favorite the Etsy shop and favorite a few items, it really does help me out a whole lot, and I do appreciate it. So yarn yakking videos for anyone who's new here is me talking about if I have any happy mail, which I do, but it's not yarn related. We're going to talk about random acts of crochet kindness. We're going to talk about charity work. I did go yarn shopping and I have some finished objects to show you. So there's going to be a little bit of everything today. Before we get into that, we'll do some admin stuff. There is a Facebook group for this YouTube podcast, so please go over there and join. You have to answer 3 questions in order to be a member, but I promise they're very easy. You can also follow me on Instagram. That's at Roselikescrochet. Feel free to tag me in any giveaways, and if there's I have a hint for you. I actually want to give away on Instagram. I'm going to show you that today. So feel free to tag me on any giveaways that you see over there on Instagram at Roselikescrochet. And then that is tied to a Facebook business page. So if you're on Facebook but not on Instagram and you want to see what I post on Instagram, you go ahead and follow the Facebook business page. So the business page is where I post and the Facebook group is where you post. And I would love to see what you guys are making. Other than the Etsy shop, there's a spring shop link down below where you can get Rose Likes Crochet merchandise. And that's about it. I think I've been getting lots of emails that people are following me on TikTok, but I deleted my account, so I don't know how that's happening. So I used to be on TikTok, but I am not on TikTok anymore. So, all right. So let me just tell you a couple of things. I did go shopping with the crew. So my local crew are Philip, Paula, and Carolyn. Paula couldn't make it that day. This was last Saturday, and the reason I was out with them is my friend Lynn, who lives locally, wanted to give me some donations for the e-look for the Generous Crafters. So I met her up with Philip and Carolyn over at a place called the Greener Good. So I do have some donations from Lynn, but we also went shopping after that. So I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. But while we're talking about the Generous Crafters, I will tell you that I have, let me just see here, probably 10 or 11 packages for the Generous Crafters. So I'm not going to show them in this video. There will be a separate video for the donations. And then next Monday, I actually get to deliver all of these donations that you guys have been sending in for the past month. So I'm really excited about that. If you're not sure what we're doing for the Generous Crafters, there is a list down below in the description box of the items that they're collecting on a monthly basis. This month, which is April, they are collecting tote bags or purses or whatever, or makeup bags. And then if you look at the list, the month of May, which is coming up pretty quickly, they are collecting baby hats. So you can send any color, knit or crochet. The only thing is they don't want preemie or infant. So baby, toddler, children probably would be good. So go ahead and check the list down below so you can see what they're accepting. The blog for the Generous Crafters is also listed down below, so you can go and read their blog. Okay, so that's one of the things that I normally will talk about on my yarn yakking videos, but I'm not going to show any donations today. Just look for the next video that will be Generous Crafters. I do want to mention for Generous Crafters, there are 2 items that you can send in anytime, and we are doing this charity through October of this year. So the 2 items that you can send anytime are 6-inch granny squares, any color, and prayer squares. So I'm going to show you, I have a sample of the prayer squares here. So these are prayer squares, and this is a sewn one. You can knit, you can crochet, or you can sew, and I believe the sizes are 3 by 4. Now for the crocheted one, you don't have to add these bobble stitches to make the cross. You can just make it a plain 3 by 4 square. And what they'll do is they already print. They have these pre-printed. They will print this without the cross on it so that it's non-denominational if you want to send in just a plain 3x4 square. If you want to do it with the cross on there, you can do that as well. Now on this knitted one, there's just a charm on there. So I don't think there's anything knitted in there. And then for this one, there is also just a charm on there. So the 3x4 prayer squares, you can send in anytime. And the 6-inch granny squares you can send in anytime. Now the other thing I'm going to just mention real quick is I am doing a year-long make-along, and it is called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. There is a Facebook group for Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. It's linked down below. I'm not affiliated, I'm just a member, but you can get all kinds of files and stuff. And every month I'm picking a different item. So this month is a flower. I showed my flowers, I think, a couple videos ago. All you have to do to enter my contest is send me an email, roselikescrochet@gmail.com, with a picture of your flowers, how many you made, and where you left them. And then at the beginning of the following month, I'm going to pull a winner, and you get like a little ball of yarn and a stitch marker and just something little for me to say thank you for participating. So if you have any questions on Random Acts of Crochet Kindness or the Generous Crafters, feel free to leave a comment down below. I do answer all my comments, or you can send me an email. So I think that's it for like generic stuff, although that is definitely not generic stuff. So before I get into my giveaway winnings, which I was so excited about. So thank you to everyone who actually tags me in giveaways. I do look at them, but some of them I'm just not interested in entering, so I don't. But this particular one, I was very interested in entering, and I actually won. So, but I have a little bit of happy mail, and it's not craft related. So I hope you guys will just stick with me for just a minute here. So one of my friends, who's actually a friend of one of my best friends, her daughter is actually a musician, and I've been supporting her and following her and downloading her music on Spotify. And I know music is not like, this is not normally what we talk about, but she wanted to send me some happy mail. She actually has her music out on Spotify, and I listen to it all the time. And if you guys are interested, you can look her up. But she asked me if I wanted some swag. And I said, yes, I would like some swag. So the envelope that she sent the swag in had some washi tape with the music notes on it. And I just wanted to show you, like, I'm just promoting her because I think she's an awesome kid. And I say that with love. So her name is Sierra. And if you guys want, I will put the QR code up there. And she's just released another single. I listened to all of her songs. It's so exciting. She's going to be doing a concert here in Chicago in May. So I'm excited to go to that. So her new song is called Jade. If you guys are interested in going and giving her a look-see, there you go. Her name is Sierra Sakura. And I highly encourage you guys to just go and listen to one of her songs. So I got some stickers, and now apparently I'm an OG member. So I'm really excited. I'm going to find a water bottle or my iPad or put this on something. So I don't think her mom watches me. But if Grace, if you're watching, hey, say hi to Sierra. Okay, so that was my only happy mail. I mean, I did get packages for Generous Crafters, and I really do consider that happy mail, but we're going to do that in a separate video. Okay, so this is really, really exciting, you guys. I'm going to go into the shopping stuff in a little bit, but this is my winnings from Instagram, and one of you fabulous people who are on Instagram tagged me in a giveaway, and I think in the giveaway you had to tag 3 people. So a lot of times when there's giveaways on Instagram and you have to like share a story or follow 3 other people or whatever, I don't bother with that. But in this particular giveaway, all you had to do was tag 3 of your friends, and I got chosen. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I think I could probably, I don't want to show the address. I don't know like if this is their business address or not, but I'm just going to show you what the bag says. It says, when life is rough, make soft things. So So I don't know, maybe some of you already know who this was that I won this giveaway from, because some people did see that I won the giveaway on Instagram. This is from a company called Expression Fiber Arts. And oh my goodness gracious, if you guys ever like check out her website or follow her on Facebook, she is just adorable. So anyway, someone tagged me, and by the way, I never even opened this up, you guys. Someone tagged me in the giveaway, I responded, and I actually won the giveaway. So I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna show you what I won. Hang on. All right, you guys, so there's no note in the bag or anything, but if you are on Instagram and you wanna go check out Expression Fiber Arts, I'll actually link her down below, her Instagram in the description box. But this was what I won. Oh my goodness gracious. And I don't have my iPad with me to go and look it up, but I'm gonna open this plastic up so that I could show you the colors. Oh my gosh, and she was so sweet when we were messaging back and forth. I told her I was gonna show it on my channel here, so she knows that it's gonna be up here. So let me show you all the colors that she sent. This is called, well, we don't want that plastic in there. This is called Firelight Fable. Oh, this is just the name of the, hold on, that's the color. Okay, this is the kind of yarn this is luminous tweed fingering. 45% baby alpaca, 45% merino wool, 10% mulberry silk, 367 meters, 402 yards per 100 grams. Knitting needle size is US 0 to 7, crochet hook size B to G. Hand wash only, lay flat to dry. The yarn was made in Peru. It's got a lot number, and then I'm going to show you all the colors. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. This one is called Firelight Fable. So it is, I think, a little bit darker than what you're seeing there in the camera. So I'm going to just show you that one. The next one I'm going to show you, oh, you guys, it's so soft. This one is called Story Weaver. So it's like a beigey, I don't know, cream color. The next one that I'm going to show you is called Flicker. Flicker. That is so pretty. You guys see the specks in there? Oh my gosh, this yarn is so pretty, you guys. This is called Starlight Saga. And it's like that light, it's like cornflower blue with white specks in them. Oh my gosh, this is such pretty yarn. This one is called Chronicle. I hope you guys can see that okay. It's like a olivey green. Oh my goodness, I need some suggestions on what to make with this. Obviously, this is going to be more than one project. This one is called Binding Legacy. That is so pretty. You guys, the flecks are like aqua and orange in there. Oh my gosh. Now it's fingering weight. So a shawl. This one is called Epic Tale. Ooh, that is so pretty. It's got like white flecks in it, or maybe like off-white flecks in it. This one is called Ember Spell. And I think this is all the colors of this line that she has. And that was the giveaway. And the flecks in this one, there's actually some green flecks in there and some white flecks in there. Oh my gosh. Okay, two more, you guys. This one is called Ink and Imagination. It is the prettiest green. And some of the flecks are like a lighter green. There's like brown flecks, white flecks. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And the last one is called Legend. And by the way, the label says Expression Fiber Arts, a positive twist on yarn. She does dye some beautiful yarn, you guys. So this was the giveaway that I won from Expression Fiber Arts. Now, I am going to mention one person's channel on here who has nothing to do with the giveaway, but her name is Judy, and her channel is called Judy's Creations and Crochet. And she is an she calls it EFA, Expression Fiber Arts. She is an EFA super fan. So Judy, take a look at that. Oh my God, I know you love EFA. I am so excited that I won this giveaway, you guys. I don't know which one is my favorite. I think I really like this green one, and I really like this blue one here. I don't know. I need suggestions on what to make, because remember, these are only 402 yards each. And it doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really look like it looks more of like a sport weight. But anyway, that was my giveaway winnings. I was so excited. So thank you so much to Expression Fiber Arts. And thank you to the person who actually tagged me in the giveaway. I don't remember who it was. So thank you so much. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about Saturday, and we went shopping. So I met up with Lynn and Philip and Carolyn at the Greener Good, and I did get some stuff there. And then we went to Joann Fabrics. And then we went to Walmart, and then we went to another Joann Fabrics. So let me get the stuff from the Greener Good. Now the Greener Good, you guys, is like a reduce, reuse, recycle store. So like it's geared towards teachers a lot. They have a lot of teacher supplies and arts and crafts supplies. So they get donations and then they turn around and sell them. So like if you have yarn that you don't want or something like that, you can drop it off and then they sell it. And then in turn, they, I don't even know what they support. If they support the teachers, I don't remember, you guys. It's a reduce, reuse, recycle store. It's really cool. I'm going to show you what I found some really cool stuff. Hang on. All right, you guys. So we're going to talk about yarn first. So they have just like a little wall of yarn where they're selling stuff. This ball of blanket yarn was on the shelf there. No yarn label, but I'm pretty sure this is a Bernat blanket yarn. And the tag on there said $4. So it looks like it's a pretty full ball. Someone might have started using it, decided they didn't like it. I got this for $4. Okay, so that was the first thing. And it's kind of random what's there. You just never know. This one is a Big Twist Holiday, 98% acrylic, 2% polyester. It's a 4-weight, and I got this ball for $1. It's 175 yards. So, and it's very sparkly. So $1 for that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So then the other yarn that I got, so they had like a bin of, like a little bin of cotton yarn, and they had some Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. And it was crazy because there was a ball in there that was priced from Hobby Lobby at $3.29, and they had a price on there for like $3.49 or something. And I was like, you guys can't mark up the price of yarn from what's actually on the label. So anyway, there was like a whole bunch of cotton. It was like little balls like this in there, and like this, and like this, and we just, it was, I think Carolyn that suggested it. She goes, why don't you just bring the whole thing up there and see what they'll sell it to you for? Maybe they'll give you a discount. So I believe I got this entire bag of yarn, plus those 3 little balls that I showed you. So there's like a lot in here. There's almost 3 full balls of the Hobby Lobby I Love This Cotton, and those right now go for like $3.99. So even if I just would have gotten those 3 balls at Hobby Lobby, it would have been like $12, not on sale. And I got this whole bag of cotton for like $14. So, and it's all like kitchen cotton or that Hobby Lobby cotton. So that's my big ball, or whoops, my big bag of cotton yarn. And then I wasn't even like paying attention to these. Carolyn or Philip or Lynn found these pom-poms in a basket for 50 cents each. 50 cents each. So, you know, I'm going to put this bag down. Hang on. Okay, so she found all these little pom-poms for 50 cents each in a basket. There was more than one of each color, but I figured just one color, one of each would be fine. So I got those, and then these. They're super soft. And then this was the last one. And they were 50 cents each. And you guys, they have the little elastic on there. So if you want to put that on a hat, you can just put a button on the inside of the hat, and then that will go on there. So I got 9 pom-poms for $2.50. No, $4.50, which is not bad. I mean, I know the big ones at the stores are like $5. So, I mean, I got 9 pom-poms for the price of 1. The other thing that I found while I was there is I found one of these little plastic cases with the dividers in it, and this was $2. And then I also found this, you guys, because I have a button problem and I like to store my buttons in this. I found one of these for $5. And I think these go for like $14 at Hobby Lobby because I have 2 of them already. So I bought this case for my buttons because I have a problem and I'm not afraid to admit it. The last thing I found at the Greener Good is I've been telling you that I've been doing some projects with pony beads. So I decided they actually had a whole bunch of pony beads there. So they had this bag right here for $3.50. And it's all like Halloween-y colors. So I got that. They had this bag for $1.45. There's that. This bag was $1.15. Those are pretty colors. I'll show you guys maybe in the next yarn yakking video what I'm working on. This bag was $1.60. It's like all iridescent. And then they had this big container and it was $5. So all of those colors for $5. So that is what I got at the Greener Good. It's called the Greener Good. So then we went to a Joann Fabrics not far from there, and it was a disaster in that store. There was like nothing left. So there was a little bit of yarn, and there were some buttons. So yes, I picked up more buttons, and I did pick up some yarn there. Let me get it. Hang on. All right, you guys. So here's my extra long receipt because obviously I got a lot of buttons. All right. So this was on Saturday the 19th. And let me just see. I believe all the yarn was half off. Okay. So we're going to start with a Bernat blanket yarn. This one is called Toasted Birch. There was like hardly anything left. I got this for $5.99. So not bad. That will be some chickens, I think, or some cats. So there's one. And then the tweed, this is called Sea Tweed. This was also $5.99. So not a bad deal, you guys. They had these humongous balls of Bernat blanket yarn. This one, by the way, the normal size of a Bernat blanket yarn is 220 yards. This one was 431 yards. This is called Stormy Ocean. And this was half off of $23.99, so it was $11.99. So I don't think that was a bad deal at all. There was also this one. Like I said, there's very limited stock there. This is called Forest Sage. And this one was also originally $23.99, and it was half off, so I got it for $11.99. So that was all the blanket yarn from Bernat. They had a couple of these, Big Twist Plush, and the color is Electric Yellow. And I got this one for $5.99 also. So all the yarn was half off, but there was really hardly anything left. Now let's get to the buttons. I'm not going to go through each one to tell you what the prices were, but all of the buttons were 70% off. Okay, so Lynn came with us to this Joann Fabrics, and she and I wiped out the button section. So Lynn, if you're watching, thank you for helping me carry all the buttons. So I'm going to show you all the buttons that I got. These were all 70% off. I found 2 of these kits. It is a reindeer kit. They're showing a t-shirt on there, but you guys, I would put this on a scarf. And I think I made a reindeer scarf before with these. So I got 2 of these, again, all 70% off. I got a box of these, everything 70% off. So I'm just going to show you all the buttons that I got. Now, I am admitting that I have a button obsession, and I'm not afraid to say that. Just so you guys know, if you admit you have a problem, it's okay. I also have a yarn collection problem, and that's okay also. So look at how cute. Oh my gosh, seriously. Now, I just went through a ton of buttons because I was making those towel rings. And you guys, all of my towels are currently listed in my Etsy shop. These are kind of heavy, but they're really cool looking. So all of my towels right now are currently listed if you are interested in getting a towel. And then they had 4 of these. And there's that. I also picked up these little sets. So there's 3 in each. So look at those paw prints, 3 in each of those. And then I got these. Look at the shark. How fun is that? I don't know what I'm going to put that on, but it was fun, so I bought it. And then the last thing is for these little ones. They're not even little, you guys. They're like an inch. I also found these bigger ones, which I could do a 2-button cowl with those. Those would be big enough. I got 2 white. And then they had these packages right here. I think that they're both blue. And then the last thing were these right here. So all of the buttons were 70% off. So that was the first Joann we went to. Then we went to Walmart, but I don't think we found anything at Walmart. And then we went to another Joann fabric. So let me show you what they had way more yarn at that one, but I think the prices on that at that store were only 30% off. So let me get that. Hang on. All right, you guys. So at the second store, they had a lot of yarn. It was all like the same, you know, like they had gotten a box of whatever color and it was all on the shelf. But they had quite a bit of yarn in that store. And the rest of the store was pretty full too, except for the buttons. They didn't have a lot of buttons. So actually, Carolyn, hi Carolyn, she wanted one of my kitchen towels. So in repayment for the kitchen towel, she bought me a ball of Bernat Blanket Brights in orange. So thank you, Carolyn, for the yarn. So she bought me that one. And then you guys, I found this color, which I had never seen before. I don't have this little pretty buttercup yellow Bernat Blanket yarn. Has anyone seen this one before? I've never seen that one before. So everything was 30% off. So this was actually $8.39. So not the best deal, but I've never seen this one before. I know I could have gotten it somewhere else, but you know, in the moment, so pretty. So one of those, they had a ton of this big twist value in the color lilac. I wanted like all of them, but I just bought one. I'm pretty sure I have probably 5 of those, but oh my gosh, it's so pretty. They also only had like 2 colors in the big twist twinkle. This one is called Mint and it is sparkly and I really like sparkly yarn. They had a bunch of this big twist living. This one is called Serenity. And I picked up 3 of those. I don't know what I'll make with them, but the living yarn is so super soft. So I picked up those. They also hardly had any cotton, but they did have this in Lily Sugar and Cream, the super size. The color is called Teal. So I picked up 2 of those. That will be a market bag. And then Carolyn found these and I was like, all right, I gotta have them. For those of you who don't know, I make something called an F-bomb, and she found some of these F appliques. And so I will be making some more F-bombs here shortly. And then there are 3 white ones there. So that was all I got at that Joann Fabrics. And then I don't think we went to Michael's. I think we went to lunch and then I think that was it. So, and Lynn kind of, she had to go, so she didn't come with us to the second Joann Fabrics. So that was all the yarn shopping that I did. I also just placed an order for Hirschner, so I'm waiting for that to come in. I do want to show you also, I did find some sweatshirts at the local Savers, which is a thrift store. So I actually picked up 3 sweatshirts. I think Paula had said, you guys, this is what we're doing. I'll just show you the sweatshirt that I picked up. This was $4.49. And I don't even care what it says on here. But we're doing a challenge where we're going to take sweatshirts and we are going to cut the arms off and add crocheted arms to them. And I think like a couple of videos ago, I had shown you that I bought a sweatshirt from Meyer and it was like $11. And I figured while I was at the Goodwill store that if I could find one cheaper than $11 that I could cut up and then not be so mad about it if I messed it up. So I picked up 3 sweatshirts. 2 of the other ones, I gave them to Carolyn and Philip so that they would have something less expensive that they could cut up also. So this was my only other purchase. It was $4.49 at the Saver store. And I'm not sure when I'm going to get a chance to do this, but I have to watch the tutorial on how to cut the sleeves off. And then even if I don't want to cover this up, that's pretty cool, but I could also make a granny square if I wanted to and cover that up too. And then we were thinking about adding hoods. So that was my only other purchase. So I'm just going to go over a couple of finished items. 2 of them I have here right now. And the other ones are in the other room. So I'm hoping that I have time to show you them. The first one, it's just right here, you guys. It is actually from my ADDI knitting machine. And I made a whole bunch of drop stitch scarves using Caron Simply Soft and the equivalent of that, like from the Michaels brand and the Hobby Lobby brand. And I have a bunch of leftover like yarn balls, like 3-weight yarn balls, like scraps. So I decided none of the stuff that's possibly some of the stuff that's in this scarf I'm going to show you we're using, I used to make drop stitch scarves or hats. So these are all the yarn ball bands that I just had scraps of. And I was like, I really need to just use up all of these scraps. So I just made a, like, I don't even know what you call it, like a crazy scarf using all of the scraps from these ball bands. So I'm just going to show you. It's on, I have an ADDI king size knitting machine. I don't use any specific tutorials. If you guys have a king size, you can just search on YouTube for a scarf and they'll show you how to make a scarf. I did not use waste yarn on this scarf because it's going to be a donation scarf. And so I just cinched the ends. So I'll just show you, it's all scrap. It's all of this stuff, you guys, and it's all 3-weight yarn. So I'll just show you like the colors of what it looks like. You know what? It's going to keep someone warm. So for me, I would wear this, but I'm going to donate it. Oh, look at the sparkly on that one. So this is my scrappy scarf from the ADDI knitting machine, and it is super duper long. I think this was, I think I wrote it down, 400, was it 400 rows? I think it was 400, you guys. I thought I wrote it down on one of these. Hang on a second. Okay, I thought I wrote it down, but I did not write it down. So, I mean, there's like ice cream yarn in here. There's a hobby. There's a whole bunch of these DK colors. There's some Caron Skinny Cakes, Premier Everyday DK colors, Nordica. There was even some of that Premier Luna from like forever ago. There was some mandala yarn in there, ice cream. Yeah, so I just have like all these little scraps, you guys, and I was like, you know what, we gotta just use them up. This is Soft and Sleek DK. So just like all of these mandala bonus bundle, I was like, we're just going to use these all up and make a crazy scarf. So this is the crazy scarf, and it will be paired maybe with a hat, like maybe a crazy hat, and this will be a donation item. So I was really excited to get rid of all of those ball bands. The other item that I have right here that I want to show you is I have one of my favorite YouTubers. I have a lot of favorite YouTubers, but I have a couple of favorite YouTubers that do tutorials. And one of my favorite people that does bags, besides Bag O'Day, is Crochet with Claire. I am addicted to her granny square bottom bag. That's like basically the only market bag that I ever make. And she came out with a new tutorial, you guys. And let me tell you what it's called. It's called The Only Crochet Bag You Need. And it is from Crochet with Claire. I'm going to link her. I'll link her channel. And then the granny bottom bag is always linked down below, but I will link this new bag down there also. I used 4-weight cotton and a 5.5mm crochet hook. And I think it is really similar to a tote bag that Lisa from Happy to Hook Creation makes all the time. And I think hers is something by Zed or something like that. I don't know because I've never made it. But I decided I was going to try this bag because I love Crochet with Claire and I love the granny bottom bag. So I was like, I'm going to try it. Okay, so a good friend of mine named Kathy gifted me this Christmas cotton yarn. I had 2 balls of it. It's a 4-weight from Hirschner's, and it is 100% cotton, 232 yards in each ball, machine wash and dry. I don't know if it's available anymore, and the color is called Jubilee. So, and I don't know why it's called Christmas cotton, because this doesn't look anything like Christmas at all, unless you're supposed to just use it at Christmas time. I don't know. So I had 2 balls of this and I wanted to see what this bag was about, because it's called The Only Crochet Bag You Need. Now I know that in the tutorial, you can make it in 3 different sizes. And me being the overachiever, I decided to use the larger size. So I'm going to show you my bag that I made using this tutorial. And when you'll see that it looks just like that. I think it's called like a French market bag, whatever that thing is that Lisa uses. But I can't remember for the life of me what the name of the channel is. Anyway, you guys, it was super easy. I like the bags bigger. But what I should have done, because I've never done the pattern before, is I really just should have done the smaller version. Because it took forever to like make all these rows. And I didn't count properly. And I didn't use a stitch marker like Claire says to use the stitch marker. And I got like halfway done and I had to frog all of it. So follow the tutorial if you guys are going to try it. It's a great tutorial. I just didn't pay attention. So I don't know. I'm going to bring this to my next craft fair that I have. I don't know that I will make any more of this style. I like it, but I don't like it that much. I don't know. What do you guys think of this? It's just like the one that Lisa makes all the time, except it's huge. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe if I made them smaller, I would be happier. But I don't know. If you guys have a favorite bag pattern, can you let me know what bag pattern? I really am addicted to that granny bottom bag pattern. This one, like I said, I don't know if I would make it again. So I also have a tutorial saved. By the way, I have a bunch of playlists saved in my channel, and there's one called bags, and there's a round bag that I want to try. That might be my next try, because I can make them a little bit smaller than like a regular market bag. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite bag pattern? Okay, so I do have more stuff to show you, but I'm looking at the time and it looks like I'm going over, like I'm making an extra long video again today. So I think I'm going to stop here. And the next time we have a yarn yakking video, I will show you. Hopefully I'll get that order from Hirschner's. And then I do have other finished objects. They're just not here with me right now. So I can't just like reach down and grab it and show you. And it's a little bit more of an elaborate show and tell that I'll have to do with these other finished objects. So I think I'm going to cut it off here. But let's review Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. If you haven't sent me your email or done your flowers for April, you still have some time. And I'll pull a winner probably in the next yarn yakking video. I don't know when is, yeah, maybe. I don't know when the next yarn yakking video will be, sometime next week. So Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. Remember to check out the list for the Generous Crafters, and check your YouTube channels here in the next couple of days, because like I said, I have like 10 or 12 or 13 or 14 donations that I have to film, and so that will come out probably a couple days after this video. I don't even know if I'm going to have time to record that as I'm recording this. So Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, the Generous Crafters. Let me know if you guys are finding any deals at Joann Fabrics. I did hear through the grapevine that Hirschner's is probably going to be carrying Big Twist yarn, but we don't know what kind of yarn, like which one are they going to carry? Are they going to carry the solids? Are they going to carry the cottons? Are they going to carry the specialty yarns? Who knows? I don't know what they're going to carry, but it was on their website. Let me know if you guys are finding any good deals. Like I said, that one Joann's, everything was 50% off on the yarn. And then the next one we went to, it was only 30% off on the yarn. So I think that's it. Go check out my friend Sierra. Her music is awesome. And then go check out Expression Fiber Arts. She does beautiful work. She also makes patterns. And then please let me know what you think of the bag, and if you have any other favorite bag patterns. You guys, this is really, it's meshy, right? It's like double crochet, chain one, double crochet. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what your favorite bag pattern is. So I think that's it for right now. Yes, please leave a comment down below. I would love to chat with you guys. I do respond to all my comments, and I really, really appreciate it when you guys leave a comment. So that is it. Have a good one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.